Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Miranda Moon Magic. So this reading is going to be for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So if you have that sign in any of those planets or your ascendant sign, then this reading is for you. In this reading, I'm going to be looking at love, career, general stuff, spirituality, any guidance I have for you guys in the year of 2020. So if you're more interested in love, I definitely encourage you guys to watch your Venus reading, but your Sun reading could also give you just some general messages for everything. I encourage you guys to watch your Moon if you're more into the emotional and spiritual aspects of this new year, and your ascendant sign for other people and how they're going to be coming towards you, or who's going to be coming towards you and how they're going to be acting towards you. Sun for just general messages again. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this reading. I'm going to be posting a lot more pick a card readings in the new year, as well as readings like this and general energy readings. And I just saw 111 on my timer, so that's lovely. That might be a sign you guys are seeing. So yeah, on to the reading. I'm just going to start by saying a few things I got in my meditation, and then I'm going to pull a couple oracle cards for each quarter of the month. Talk about the general energies going on in each quarter, and then I'm going to pull a tarot card for each month and just go in a little bit more in depth for each month the energies going on. So yeah, I'm going to start off by saying the first message I got for you guys in my meditation was the color red and then the word power. I also got a similar message in the Cancer reading, so some of you guys might have Cancer in your chart as well. The color red for me is about motivation. It's also about the root chakra. So you guys might be working on grounding a little bit more in this new year. Also putting anything you have in mind, any creative things, into action. I just see a lot of motivation. I see passion in what you guys are doing. I wrote both those words down as well. I also heard the word scandal. So for some of you guys, you could be having a little bit of drama going on in 2020. It could be as little as just some drama going on with your friends, a little bit of a scandal, something comes out that you wanted to keep a secret. Or this could be you saying something that people didn't like necessarily. This could be in your community. This could be on social media. This could be to a friend. Maybe you say something on, maybe not on accident, but you just say something that you shouldn't have, and that comes and bites you in the butt a little bit. Also, I encourage you guys to definitely speak your mind. If this is about you guys speaking your mind and maybe people coming for you. Oh, hi Connor. Connor wants to say hi. So this is funny as well, but I'll get into that in a second. I encourage you guys to definitely speak your mind, but be careful. I don't know, be careful what you're saying. I just see something that maybe you say that you shouldn't have said, and somebody comes for you in some type of way, but then in the end you understanding. I mean, it's not even necessarily that you shouldn't have said it. It's just maybe even a legal thing, or something spiritual that you experienced that maybe you shouldn't say or talk about. I don't know, it just feels very weird. It's giving me really bad, weird energy. I just feel like, ugh. I just feel like somebody's watching me right now as I say this. I don't know. It's just very strange. So definitely watch what you're saying. I got chills too. This is for, I mean, that really bad energy is something for very few of you, but maybe people with more of a community around you, more people watching you, more eyes on you, especially if you're more into spiritual stuff. You're posting about spiritual stuff. Definitely something to watch out. Also, if you're posting about social stuff. And the social aspects of what's going on. Ooh, I don't know. So I heard also dream about love or symptoms of healing. So this is really interesting. I feel like you guys are very, very spiritual. I wrote that. I get really lovely energy, but at the same time, I feel like 2020 is really going to be a year of introspection for you guys and healing from the past. I heard dream about love. So if you guys are in a relationship, this could be a dream about the future of your love. If you guys are breaking up, this could be about a new connection you guys are making. Symptoms of healing, of course, this could definitely break up or be a breakup or a little bit of a shakeup in your relationship. Dreaming about love. I also see this as just love it. You guys are very free-spirited. This is very similar to the Cancer reading. So you guys might have Cancer in your chart for sure. You guys are just very free-spirited. I get the very love is love kind of energy for you guys. Very like rebellious kind of. You don't mold to social constructs very easily. Very in your head, dreamy energy this year for you guys. But also putting in the work and the motivation, having passion for what you're doing. I heard several dreams, but I also got the word serval. You know, the cat, the serval. I feel like you guys could be maybe rescuing more of a wild cat, or starting to maybe go to school for animal, like get a degree in like zoology or something, or some kind of wild animal you're learning more about. The serval could mean a lot for you this year. I mean, spiritually, the serval is very like quick moving. It's like a wildcat, like a cheetah or something. So I feel like you guys are going to be, the symbol of that is you guys are going to be really moving through this year very quickly. It feels like this year is going to be over like in the snap of a finger for you guys, but you're going to look at the beginning and like be like, how did that much happen in such little time? It feels like this year zoomed by. This could even be you thinking about this past year. That could be kind of the energy going into the next year as well, kind of having that same energy. So I got a lot of animal energy, which is interesting because my Connor showed up. You guys might have a tabby cat, like a tabby with the word serval. Maybe one of those tabbies, one of those brown tabbies with like the little spots on them and like the swirls as well. Yeah, my Connor. I love him so much. So you guys, it feels like you love your animals, or you guys are starting to work more in animal rescue or get more passionate about animals. Some of you guys might be making the decision, or you already have, to stop eating meat or something. It just feels like, I know Leos in general, you guys are very into animal rescue. You guys love animals. Same with Pisces and Aquarius. You guys are very humanitarians. Taurus as well. So you guys probably love animals, and Cancer. I mean, a lot of signs love animals if they want to love animals, you know, but they go about it in different ways. I feel like you guys might be actually putting the effort in to help animals this year. Maybe you're donating to an animal charity, or you're asking people, any community you have online, to donate to an animal charity. Or I mean, I don't know, you could be just, maybe you're starting to foster cats or something, or you just have a connection to wild animal rescue and spreading the message that we don't need to breed these cats anymore, and the ones that are here, of course, we have to love. But we don't have to love, we do love, you know. The ones that are here we do love, but it doesn't have to happen like this anymore, and the people are the ones who created this problem. Now we need to educate the people to stop the problem. All about education, all about spreading the message of love and hope. Very like 1970s like energy. That could be a time period you guys really like, is the 70s. Maybe you listen to like 70s music and stuff. Very new age of Aquarius energy for you guys. I also heard the term 17 hours and 5 minutes, or 6 minutes. I'm getting the number 17 in every single reading. So the number 17 seems very significant for you guys. Just everyone. It feels like the number for this next year is 17, which represents luck, lucky time, attracting what you want into your life, healing. Just as any transits that are happening this year just feel like they're creating an energy of luckiness if you so allow it. I feel like if you continue healing, also symptoms of healing, you guys could be like actually having physical symptoms of healing. Or if you're very into spirituality, you could start having like an ear ringing, or hearing things, or buzzing in a certain part of your body, or like a tingling. Like you guys are having symptoms, like physical symptoms that you're healing. Maybe you guys are like having pains in certain areas of your body that represent like the chakras, or like you're having a pain in your chest and you're like, oh, that's my heart chakra healing, or something like that. Of course, make sure you're going to the doctor and making sure it's not your actual heart, if you get that. But I feel like it's more of a spiritual symptom. So back to the 17 hours, 5 minutes, that could be The number 505 or 506 could be significant for you guys. That could be a time that you guys were born. Also 17 could be your age, the date you were born. 5 as well could be your birthday. Maybe January, February, March, April, May, no. Maybe something will happen in May, significant. May or June for you guys. So this was really strange. Back to the scandal energy I felt. This connects to that. It feels like as I was closing my eyes, meditating, I got this red, it almost looked like a window. So this is for very few of you, but it had a red background. There was a red background and there was a shadow in front of the window. And I have chills thinking about it. And it almost looked like a little bit of like a bug-eyed creature. So that could be an energy you guys are seeing. Maybe you're seeing shadows out of your windows that looks like somebody's like watching you or something. I have like chills all over my body as I'm saying this. You could be dreaming about it and then you start seeing it. It just feels like an entity of some sort. I'm not going to say any specific thing. I don't want to scare you guys either. It just feels like somebody's watching you. It almost looks like a Muppet or something. You know those like Muppets in the Muppets show where it's like they have the bug-eyed? What are they? Oh, almost like SpongeBob. You know the little fishies that they come in like packs of 100 and like they have these like big eyes? It almost looked like that. Those little like guppy fish. Maybe you guys have fish too. I don't know. It almost looks like a puppet. Like it didn't look like anything here that was normal. If that makes sense. Anything on earth. I also wrote something down in my meditation. I think I might have had my eyes closed when I wrote this and I don't know what it says, but it looks like the letters, like I was looking at it after I wrote it, like as I was shuffling the cards after my meditation, and I was like, what is that? But it looks like the letters MWS HDOM. Maybe any of those letters resonate for you guys, or also MRS, so like Mrs. HDOM or HCLOM. I don't know. Maybe that'll resonate for some of you guys. I also got that your spirit guides, your spirit guide could be, I get this old object. I mean, if you guys antique or thrift shop, definitely pay attention to any like dolls you get or any old object. I got the sign of it almost looked like a puppet. You know, one of those old puppets that have like the handle with the strings that you do this to? Seems something like that. Some of you guys might have that. Maybe it was like a grandparent's and when you touch that object, oh, you guys in spirituality could be learning how to read with objects. So if like you take this person's object, you hold it, you get messages from the object. So that could be something you guys are learning and your spirit guides are going to be guiding you through that. If you're more into spirituality already, of course. So this is similar to the Cancer reading. I also got green and white lights. So that your spirit guides being very connected to nature, and you going out into nature as being able for you to connect more with your spirit guides. Very calm, beautiful. White lights are sometimes, for me, people in your life who have crossed over. So maybe you're seeing a bird or you're seeing an animal, connecting back to the animals. Maybe you're seeing an animal and being reminded of somebody who's crossed over, or in one of your animals, you see an energy of like your grandma or your grandpa or somebody. Like you see them in this animal, or you're like, oh, they would have loved this animal. Maybe they loved animals as much as you do. Well, that was really weird. I saw like a red flash over here. So again, going back to the red, powerful energy. I also got the number 555. I got a change in your belief systems, possibly. Like you have an experience, something happens, and you're kind of forced to change your belief systems because you're remaining open-minded. I mean, everything's like moldable for you guys, it feels like, or you're being urged to remain open-minded, but it feels like there's going to be a change in your belief systems through a really intense spiritual experience. I wrote healers and I circled it, so it feels like you guys are natural born healers for people. It feels like, especially towards society, you guys are putting new ideas into society and helping people heal, giving them messages that they need to know. It's like you're receiving messages for the collective and for other people who are going through healing, because you're going through the same thing and you're kind of experiencing that. I also saw 555, I'm sorry, on my timer just now. Just feels like you guys are natural healers and you're connected to that healing energy of other people, and through your own experiences even, you're giving messages to other people who might be dealing with the same things. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, this is really powerful too. Really powerful, really intense energy for you guys this year. A lot going on spiritually, especially. I really didn't get that much of a love energy for you guys. I feel like that's not going to be most of you guys' focus. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull an oracle card for each quarter of the year and talk a little bit about that, a couple oracle cards for each quarter, and then a tarot card for each month. So first quarter of the year, I got the 8th house endings / beginnings card. So it feels like, it feels like this internal spiritual transformation is happening from the very beginning of the year. I also noticed this red energy surrounding the skull. So it almost feels like as well the ego being broken down. It's like life and death. You're seeing something about death and life and what life means that you've never seen before. Possibly about your life's purpose. I also saw 17 on my timer just now, connecting back to that number. Yeah. I love this card. This is like my favorite card, one of my favorite cards in this deck. I love the skull and the sarcophagus and the roses. Some of you guys, the rose flower could mean something to you guys. Just you're seeing something about life and death and what death means, what physical death means for the spiritual, for your soul. Maybe you guys are thinking more about a loved one in the beginning of the year, like I said. You're thinking about, maybe you're feeling them around you and you've never really felt that before and you're kind of forced to change your beliefs. Also, I feel like this could be spirit maybe communicating with you, the spirits of people who've crossed over, communicating with you, coming down, being like, hey, and your angels giving you so many messages, your spirit guides, just everything flooding in. It's like this change in belief system, like I said before, could be happening in the very beginning of the year. So 35 as well, that's 5. Oh, there we go. Change in belief system. I said this for another reading as well. I believe it was, might have been Taurus, might have been Gemini, not quite sure. You might have one of those signs in your charts. But 9th house faith, this is a change in your belief system through a transformation, an internal transformation, ending a new beginning. That's really beautiful. Okay, again with the spiritual, just like floaty energy and the green color. So I have the Neptune energy here, sacrifice. This is you feeling energies and needing to trust your intuition and the universe in those things. It feels like not everything is going to be shown to you, because that kind of might defeat the purpose of the whole reason, the whole lesson that you guys need to learn. But it feels like there's definitely going to be an increase in the spiritual feelings you guys are having. Also, oh, there's Scorpio there too, transformation. Some of you guys might have Scorpio in your chart, or dealing with a Scorpio or Pisces, or have that in your chart as well. Neptune, there could be a transit happening with Neptune around this time of the year for you guys. So spirituality, a lot of things feeling hidden to you guys, but knowing that where they're going is positive, because you're getting the signs that where you're being taken is in a positive direction, but you're not being shown exactly what's at the end of that road, so to speak. I think you're kind of accepting this. I don't know if you guys have that. I mean, change, I mean, you are a fixed sign, right? Change. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. So as I was just saying change, the change card fell out with 5th house, which is Leo. Whoa, blessings. I feel like you guys do have a problem with change. Any sort of change is really, can be kind of dramatic for you guys. I want to say dramatic. Good Leo can be dramatic. We love that. But I feel like where this is going is going to be so beautiful. And you know that in the back of your head, if you have these moments of doubt in where you're going, or doubt in the trust you have for the universe and where it's taking you, you're going to be reminded very frequently. You're going to remind yourself very frequently. You're going to catch yourself in negative thoughts. You guys are just going to be very spiritual and focused on spirituality. I also here's that red energy again. I was feeling it's very creative. Lovely. Okay. 3rd quarter. Oh my gosh, you guys. Leo. You guys. That's you. I love that. Leo, I will. Motivation. This is that passion, the motivation, the positivity. I just see so much success for you guys. But then Black Moon Lilith on the bottom of the deck. This is talking about the shadow work, going within, healing, figuring things out. Through healing comes this beautiful passion you guys have for helping others. I also see this as you guys helping animals again. I saw 22 on my timer. So that's helping other people through the shadow work you've been through, being able to put that out into the world, into society, and helping others, whether it be family, friends, the community, social media, people online, anything like that. Even if it's just, you know, helping your partner, helping someone you love. Blessings again. So many blessings this year. You're going to see so many blessings as well in not so 100% positive situations. Oh my gosh, I love that, the Leo card. Oh my, and that's 17. Look at that. That's so funny. Oops. That might have meant something with that just falling. It's like once you get into this energy, that whole transformation you've been through is going to be behind you. Just fell on the ground and flipped over, nonetheless. Libra, you guys could know a Libra or be connected to a Libra this year. Maybe in a relationship with a Libra. This could also be someone you've known for a while. I feel a lot of energy behind that, this person, if this is a Leo or someone who has Leo in their chart. I also noticed just now with this Leo card, I noticed the sarcophagus earlier, but also the Sphinx in this card. You guys might be very connected to Egypt, possibly in a past life. You guys could be learning about your past life or what Egypt means in the past and what happened in Egypt means for spirituality. You could be getting a message about, I mean, some of you guys might like Ancient Aliens a lot. I know, I love that. Some of you guys might watch that and be, I don't know, some of you guys could be into conspiracy theories a little bit and looking more into them and being able to have more of an open mind and not shut everything out. I don't think you've ever really done that, but not shut things out, but also not believe them fully by hearing it one time. It's like you do your own research. Yeah. About Egypt, something about Egypt. Maybe you guys are really interested in the spirituality and the gods that Egyptian worshipped, the deities in Egypt. Maybe you guys are very connected to them. I love that. Lions could also be your spirit animal. I mean, you guys are Leo, so connected to lions anyway, but maybe you're learning more about the Sphinx. I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories about the Sphinx and whether anyone's been in there before and what's in there. So maybe you guys are looking more into that and finding that really interesting about what's in the Sphinx, and is it really even a Sphinx, or is it some other thing, and what was there before? How much more of the Sphinx is there? Again, what's inside? I saw 5:55 on the timer. You're changing your beliefs. Right, Puffy? Puffy says hi. He's an orange kitty like a lion. Right, Puffy? Wow, Puffy. So 4th quarter of the year, I got the water element sensing energy. Puffy, don't get in the candle, love. Thank you, Puff. Ooh, twitchy. Ooh, twitchy. So water element sensing. This is you being really in touch with your intuition. Possibly knowing that there's a lesson you guys need to learn in this whole situation with the South Node Life's Debts energy on the bottom of the deck. I mean, some of you guys could be going through your Saturn return this year or dealing with energies around that in relationships, maybe learning karmic lessons in a relationship. Just a lot of floaty, free-spirited, in tune with your emotional energy. I don't see as much career here as much as I see that there needs to be lessons learned spiritually, and that you guys are being very spiritually guided. And speaking of change, after I shuffled and cut the cards, that was on the bottom. So, change. A lot of change this year. Okay, so 1st quarter of the year, let's look at a little bit more energies. Okay, so the card Purity came out. So this usually comes out for me when somebody's a little scared of walking down a new road that they've never gone through before, or they aren't aware that other people have gone through. It's like you're going through something and you're like, why aren't more people talking about this? Why aren't more people able to give me advice and understand? Okay, I'm gonna go down this road. I'm gonna walk through the snow that hasn't been walked through before. And oh, I've seen all these things. Okay, nobody's done this before. I'm going to be the person to give people advice. I'm going to be the person that helps people through healing because I'm going through that right now. I'm going to give more healing messages to people. I'm going to talk to people more. I'm going to ask more questions, bring more things up, allow people an open space to heal themselves through me healing. I'm able to understand. A lot of people could come to you, and the sovereignty card on the bottom of the deck, this is like you being on a platform and having people listening to you. I've been getting this a lot throughout these readings. If you're more spiritually enlightened, more spiritually in tune and connected, you're definitely a voice for people, whether it be a million people or just one person in your life. You're the voice of spirituality for people and calm. And it's almost like a mediator. You're mediating, maybe. You're in between. No, not necessarily. I was going to say in between an argument, maybe for some of you. Maybe you guys are the voice and you're opening up a platform for people to discuss. That could be what it is. Almost like a forum. Like, I mean, on social media, you could be talking about, you could be tweeting about something, a topic, and say, okay, what do you guys think? And then have people discuss in the comments respectfully. I don't see arguments. I see respectful conversation. So yeah, releasing the, I mean, this is all healing, you know, releasing the past, letting go of the past and allowing yourself to move forward and spreading that message around. So 2nd quarter of the year. Leo, creation. So this is okay, this is literally like that creativity card that came out. This is a creative journey you're on. Very spiritually guided, creative journey. I've just been getting this message for so many of you guys. So, I mean, obviously you guys watching this reading, you're very spiritual already. You're into this stuff already. So you guys might even be already into meditation, learning about spirituality, focusing on self-love, creating things, very artistic people, most of you guys. That's why I always get this energy. But it's like something creatively is being very spiritually guided. I also get with this card, that's almost like music sheets. So some of you guys could be writing music or listening to more music to inspire you and to motivate you creatively. Like you're putting your phone on shuffle, the music on shuffle, and then you come up, every song it's like relates specifically to you and then gives guidance to you, you know. Through music comes a lot of guidance. Also, I see this as that white light, this person, this face through the mist, almost as your spirit guide. And spirit guide, oh, these two people look very similar. This Neptune energy, and then these two are this. I mean, this is your spirit guide being very calm, connected to nature. They give you enough information, but they don't give you it all because they know that you want to know it all. I mean, I didn't mean to say know it all, but it's like you guys want to know everything that's happening. And that's a whole lesson for you in your life with you being a fixed sign, a little bit more stubborn. You're not supposed to know everything. And that's a huge lesson for you. And kind of every bigger lesson that there is, that's kind of the underlying theme and lesson that you guys need to learn and take on that energy of. Beaver moon. Also, isn't beaver moon more of like August or something? Your birthday could be around a full moon. Maybe your birthday's even on a full moon or new moon this year for some of you guys. Whoa. The cards are just like flying out right now. Okay, so here's that change on the bottom of the deck again. Change, change, change. So with this Leo energy, I got boundaries. So this is you maybe being a little too outspoken, saying too much, like I said before in my meditation, maybe saying a little bit too much. I know you're very passionate about the things you talk about, but this is you possibly saying a little bit too much and then getting in trouble for that, like I said before. So learning to set boundaries, learning not oversharing, making sure to be able to discern what just needs to be to yourself, and what you should share, or maybe sharing something in more of a vague way, not necessarily like this person hurt me, I'm not going to call their name out, but I'm going to say something like somebody cheats, it's like really terrible, and then people are obviously going to assume that I was cheated on. Not something like that is what I'm saying, but I'm saying if you're like tweeting something spiritual or like a message, not being so specific about yourself, being able to word it in more of a general way. I feel like wording is very significant. I know when you're passionate, you tend to just like, when you're passionate about something, when you're drawn to something and very passionate about the message, I feel you guys can go overboard. So learning that boundary, learning what to say and what not to say, because I feel like a lot of eyes are on you, whether it's eyes that you can see with your eyes or not. There's eyes on you, listening, hearing what you have to say, and possibly having a problem with it. Okay, so changing. Oh, okay. So changing the way, changing your perspective on the way you go about things you're passionate about and the way you communicate them. Fear. It's like you guys are afraid of not saying something, but at the same time, this experience Maybe you get in trouble, you get in a little scandal, like I said before. Maybe this experience could make you kind of afraid to say anything for a minute, but then you're able to find the balance at some point. You're able to start to assess what needs to be said, what doesn't, how do I need to say things. There's a lot of people watching me. What needs to happen? I need to change the way I'm going about this. This could be, I mean, in a relationship, maybe you're saying too much, you get in an argument, you say something you don't mean. Maybe you're talking to a friend. Here's that discernment we were talking about. Maybe you're talking to a friend about something you're passionate about. Could be about animals even. You're talking about like the exploitation of animals. I feel like you guys are very passionate about that. And you say something a little bit rude, but it's not to be rude. It's not to come at them, but they see it as a personal attack. And they get upset with you and you have to clarify, oh my gosh, it wasn't a personal attack. I have a lot of passion. I mean, I'm this way too. I'm an Aquarius, so I feel like Leo, Aquarius, we're very similar in that way. We have a lot that we're passionate about socially, and with animals too, you know, and we tend to say things a little aggressively sometimes. And we can hurt people's feelings sometimes. So remaining conscious of that. So 4th quarter of the year, I have gratitude. Gratitude with the water element. This feels like a major reflection, like I was talking about earlier. I feel like this year's going to fly by so quickly, but at the end, it's like you're going to look back on the year and be like, wow, all that happened. There's so much that's happened this year. It feels like no time has passed. Again, you're going to be really being grateful for everything that's happened this year, very in tune. You're going to be like, I'm so happy, even through negative experiences, that I learned the lessons I learned and I was able to heal and continue on with my life and love my life and love myself. I mean, there's really not much more I can say about that. That's really straightforward and beautiful. Discernment. Oh my gosh, I said beautiful and there's beauty right there. Seeing the beauty also in nature, seeing the beauty in nature and in things that that I see this as you seeing the beauty in things that aren't so clear with your eyes to be beautiful, but seeing the beautiful lesson behind that. Also a reminder to not be clouded by any negative energies coming into your space. This could also be negative thinking, being able to discern between fantasy and reality, and also discernment with what to say and what to think, like I said before. Putting those boundaries in, like I said before. Also being grateful for even the negative experiences, because look at the lessons they've taught you, and opening yourself up and being able to learn the lessons. I think you guys will. I definitely see this as a very highly spiritual group Leos are this year. Feels like this is your year. It feels like with the 17, it feels like everyone is going to be connected to a Leo this year, or somebody with Leo in their chart, and Leo is going to be so influential to everyone. Very beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull a tarot card for each month of the year, and then talk a little bit more in depth about the energies going on for each month. So January, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Leo. January 2020 for Leo. Oh man. Cards just flying out. So much going on apparently. Hold on a moment. Okay, so I'm going to take the World because that one I saw first. The World. Feels like the world is watching you. The world's watching you. The world's listening to you. This is a major ending to 2019 and the beginning of a incredible decade is what I'm hearing. Incredible. I don't say that word. Incredible. That's a good word though. The World. Eyes on you. Success. Successful ending to the decade. And this is going to be the most important and influential decade of your life, it feels like. This is when the most is going to happen. the most is going to come in for you. So much abundance is coming in for you. You're spreading your message of positivity and love and this healing, beautiful healing energy, this loving, helpful energy, this highly spiritual energy, this healing. You're a healer, you know? That's probably what I'll title this, natural healer or something. You guys are healers. Especially with this purity card, you guys could be like very influential to young kids. I mean, showing them, I mean, you guys might have had bad experiences as a child, and even if you didn't, you're understanding and you're a listening ear to these people, these children that maybe have had bad experiences when they, at a time in their life as children, when they didn't know what to do or how to control. Some of you guys might even be counselors. You guys could be helping people who've been through negative experiences, using your intuition to guide you with that, kind of analyzing the things that they're saying and asking them questions. If you're a counselor to children, maybe you have the kid coming in. Leo's also very good with children, especially if you have Cancer in your chart. You might be very good with children, or if you have 5th house energy in there, or yeah, 5th house energy. You guys could be great with children and talking to them and understanding where they're coming from and saying things to them in a way that they can understand. Also not demeaning them. I feel like a lot of people tend to look at kids and have a specific voice that they wouldn't normally have, but it feels like you guys, even if you have a specific voice that you speak to kids with, you speak to the adults around them the same way. You know, you might in private without any kids around talk a different way, but to children or to a group of people you feel like you need to influence, you have this specific voice that you speak with. I just get a lot of vocal, like your voice is so calming and you're so positive and inspiring to people. I also see, I mean, this card has come out for a lot of people, of course, with the ending of a decade. This huge successful ending is happening for a lot of people, especially at the beginning of the year. I believe I got this card for Capricorn in this place as well. But this could also be like a graduation. Maybe you guys are graduating like actual school, or maybe you guys just finished a class that you're taking. You learned something new. You're being successful. Maybe you're looking back at your career in 2019 and looking at how much you've done and how much success you guys have had. Okay. So February, this could also be a vacation. Beginning of the year, you guys could be going on vacation, taking a break, coming back with a clear mind, and a powerful message is what I hear. So 7 of Cups for February. I see this as less of confusion, and well, it could be confusion, you know. Got the Devil on the bottom of the deck. This could be some negative, clouded thinking that you guys are in because of this huge transformation, this ending and beginning. Oh, ending and beginning, of course. But this is transformation, you know. This is thinking more about the darker side, shadow work, if you guys are more into spirituality. But this is maybe trying to figure out why something happened in your life, or why something's happening now, or what's the meaning, or what's going on with this. Why is this negative thing happening in my life? What is going on that's like shaking up my life right now? There could be somebody in your life that's manipulating you. This could be, even for those of you who are more spiritual, possibly a darker energy coming into your space. You needing to cleanse that away and figure out what's causing it. I also got with that object before. Maybe you guys, if you guys vintage shop or go to yard sales, you're buying an object, a doll or a puppet or something that has some negative energy attached to it, and you're gonna have to decide how. I got chills as I said that. So for some of you, that's what's going on. You're gonna have to decide how to how to handle that. I feel like only your intuition can guide you with that. But keep in mind, if you buy something from like a yard sale and then you start to have weird things happen in your life or around your home or things like that, definitely make the connection. It could be a little difficult to make that connection at first, because how could this doll be causing these problems? I don't want to say very Annabelle, but it could just be a negative energy attached to an object, and you need to cleanse that away, or take the object back to where it was. Respectfully, of course. I also see this as you guys having a lot of different paths you could take. This could be career, love, maybe a lot of friends in your life, trying to pick apart, trying to choose who's genuine, who do I need to hang around with more. Maybe you're having a little bit of shakeup if you are in a relationship. This could be kind of you trying to figure out, where is this relationship going? You could be having that talk with your partner, like, are we going to get married? Are we going to have kids? Where are we? Like, you're just talking about your future. Maybe one of you is not as open as the other about that. One of you is a little closed off about it, could be. This could also be you seeing that someone's going through an internal struggle and something's coming up in their mind for them to try and heal it, and you're trying to tell them. This is coming up, this memory is coming up because you need to talk about it, you need to heal, you need to figure out why it happened and find a positive in that, and they're just not wanting to listen. They're just like, okay, whatever, I don't want to hear it, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it, because they don't want to cry, they don't want to be upset. So it could be something like that. Like, you're trying to show this other person all the possibilities. Again, with counseling, this could be you talking to somebody that you're counseling in some way and trying to give them all these reasons why something could have happened in their life and trying to get them to open up. But it's like, as much as you pull and pull and pull, it's up to them to eventually open up. And this is definitely a Cancer. This is definitely a message I got in the Cancer reading. So for some of you, you can watch that one too if you have Cancer in your Venus or something, or a Cancer Sun, Leo, Venus. So third month, March 2020, I got the High Priestess. So this is that very dreamy energy. I feel like in March you guys are getting a lot of creative inspiration through your dreams and messages from your spirit guides. Also, you could be going to a reader. If you're more spiritual yourself, you might be a tarot reader or use tarot as a form of guidance for people. You're just having a spark of creative inspiration for sure. With the Empress and the Ace of Wands there, this is like a new beginning creatively. You guys could be starting something new with what you're doing creatively. You could be, this could be something that you dreamt about. Maybe you guys dreamt about this idea and then you're writing it down as soon as you wake up and you're like, whoa, that was like the coolest idea ever. I'm so glad I thought about that because no one's done it before. So you're starting something original and creative spiritually that maybe somebody's not done before. This also could be you figuring out exactly what works for you, using the law of attraction or spirituality. You can watch 1,000 videos, and I've said this before in other readings as well. You can watch 1,000 videos, but if something specific doesn't work for you, you kind of have to figure out and mold the different things together to figure out what does work for you and what does feel right. So using meditation or something as a form of guidance to feel more of what feels right, also connecting very much to your intuition, trusting. This goes hand in hand with this Neptune card as well. Trusting, you may not know everything that's happening right now. You may not see all the answers or the reasons or the end result of this path you're going on, but trusting the universe in whatever this is. Okay, March, April. So 9 of Swords. This could be you feeling a little anxious, nervous in your head about what's happening. It's like, as much as you want to trust and you want to just focus on spirituality, there has to be a down too. You know, you can't just be up all the time, 100% positive, 100% happy. There has to be periods in life where you have to go down. You have to feel the pain, the shadow work that has to go on. You have to feel this pain to be able to be renewed eventually. I also am looking at this, she has her window open. She's not looking out, so this is reminding you, if you're feeling sad or upset, go on a walk, sit outside for a little while, listen to the sounds of the birds. I almost see this as her spirit guide, this cardinal. Possibly someone who's crossed over trying to come in contact with you. You could get red flashes in the corner of your vision. I believe that's a cardinal, or it's just a red bird, I don't know. But the red I was seeing before, this could be a spirit guide of yours trying to get your attention. Very protective spirit guide. They give you just enough for you to understand, but they want you to do most of the work on your own and feel the pain on your own and get through the change on your own. I almost see them wanting to give you a healthy amount of fear. For some of you guys, your spirit guides are giving you a healthy amount of fear, because through fear comes transformation, is what I just heard as well. So I got the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers coming out. So this could even be a breakup happening around this time and a new beginning in love, or having to make a choice in a relationship. Do I stay or do I go? I believe I also got that in, it was the Sagittarius reading, I think. I got that, so somebody could be a Sagittarius. Oh, with Temperance on the bottom of the deck as well, that's Sagittarius energy. Somebody could be a Sagittarius. So for May, I got the Tower. So this is a lot of change, a complete breakdown of something. I also heard breakthrough. So I think that at the same time that something's crumbling down, whether it be a relationship with a lover or a family member or friend, or a career breakdown, or this is just kind of like, I almost see this as like the death of the ego, or all these memories coming up of the past, or having to deal with a lot of shadow work and just having like an emotional explosion or outburst, just feeling so much, feeling really overwhelmed as well. This is that change I was talking about again. A lot of change happening this year for you guys. You're healing a lot. You're healing a lot from the past. You're realizing, I mean, if you're only trying to stay positive, and I mean, Leos are very glass half full type people most of the time, but I feel like you're realizing that not everything can be positive in your life. And also, I feel like you guys need to talk about that with people. You need to allow people to see the negatives of your relationships and to understand that negative things can happen, because it feels like you don't say things that are negative that are happening. You don't talk about arguments with other people or any sort of doubts that you have in any type of relationship or career. And then all of a sudden, when you explode and all these things happen, and you tweet things that you don't mean, you post things on Facebook that you don't mean, people are like, where the heck is this coming from? I thought you were like in the perfect relationship. I thought you were like happy all the time. So I think you're coming into this other half of the year, I feel like you guys are understanding the balance. You guys are finding the balance between only being this positive person on social media and to other people, and balancing problems as well. It's almost like YouTubers. It makes me think of, where I always saw this. I mean, when I watched these people, I was able to kind of tell always when things were starting to go downhill. But for a lot of people, it was kind of like when they broke up, or when these specific YouTubers broke up, people were like, what? Where did that come from? I thought you guys were relationship goals. That's a little bit of a toxic phrase too. Relationship goals. And I thought you guys were the perfect couple. I thought you were going to be together forever. not really. They did have problems behind closed doors, but you don't want to put that negative, you don't want to put that reality out there, especially to young kids. If you have a lot of young kids around you or you're talking to them, you don't want to put that only positive attitude out there, because when something negative does happen in their life, they think that they're the only one, and this is only affecting me, and only I'm going through this. So making sure to be able to post or talk about to other people the negatives that are happening in your life as well. For some of you, that could be happening for sure. I hope I make sense with that. Finding the balance between the healing messages you post, or the healing messages you give to other people, as well as the positivity. I think that's really important in general, whether it be friendships, relationships, career, being able to see the negatives and express the negatives in a healthy way, rather than just bottling them all in and then exploding when you get so overwhelmed, or when things come crashing down. It's like this huge shocking thing. This could also, with the Tower, be a change in your spiritual beliefs. This could also be that that spiritual energy I was talking about, this major shakeup, this major spiritual experience that completely like shuts down beliefs that you had in the past that you thought were never going to change. You're like, whoa, I see things from an entirely different perspective now that I never ever thought I would see things from. Also, the conspiracy theories I was talking about, this could be you finding a new conspiracy theory, or something happening in the world during this time that you feel weird about and are like, oh, I don't think that was what it seemed. And you may be trying to express that to people and them not understanding you and calling you crazy, because there's a little bit of a mob mentality with that sort of thing. People just believe what they're told, right? And when somebody comes in who's different and says something else, they tend to call them crazy and not believe them. And sometimes that's a valid thing to do, but you can express your opinion without calling someone else crazy who has the opposite opinion of you, of course. But yeah. Yeah. This could also be in a relationship, somebody calling you crazy and that really triggering you. I feel like that could be something. So I have the Devil again. Where was that on the bottom of the deck? Wasn't that over here? This could be a relationship. This could be some negative spiritual energies coming into your space. This could be a little bit of an ego coming in, possible greed. Only caring about the energies. You can see this is also Capricorn, so some of you guys might have Capricorn in your chart or be dealing with a Capricorn. What did I also feel? I felt Libra and Sagittarius, so this could be a partner that's any of those signs. This could be a breakup for sure. Or this could just be that scandal I was talking about again. People coming for you for something that you say. Not really causing a huge shakeup in your life. It's like, I didn't mean to say that, or I didn't mean it to sound that way, or I'm just saying what I feel. Why are you coming for me and calling me a crazy person? Are you even thinking about it? Or are you just following mob mentality? This is really lingering in your energy for a little while. It's like you guys know the truth. You're very spiritually enlightened. You're very intuitive. You guys know the truth, but you're being... you're not saying things you want to say. Even though you have a platform to say them or a space to say them, you're keeping them in and you're not saying them at this point, because it's like you're afraid now to say something. You're afraid now to do something creative that you believe in because you're afraid of people's reactions. Okay, so July 2020 for Leo. Okay. So Empress just tried to come out. So you're not quite there. You're not quite being able to express yourself in the way you want to. but I got the Four of Swords. So this is less of stress and anguish and just major shakeups and change and mental unrest is what I just heard. And you're going into a bit of a mental break and a mental rest. This could be in July, you guys taking a mental health break for a little while, going within, changing your mindset and your perspective, getting out of this confusion and disillusion that you guys are in. It's like you guys got stuck in these negative thoughts or this negative pattern or this negative spiritual experience or relationship experience for so long that you guys got so stressed and so confused, and it's like you got so in your head and overthought so much that you turned the situation into something that it wasn't, or something so much more complicated than it needed to be. So with the Four of Swords, I'm seeing that you guys are really meditating more. You guys are really going within, taking a conscious break. I like that the hat's hanging up there, so it's like you're hanging up your hat. You know that expression where it's like you're kind of taking a break, hanging up the hat. Okay, I'm putting that to rest, putting it to bed. I'm not going to touch that anymore. I'm just going to kind of move on with my life. This could be a breakup for sure. But you're working more to get out of this space this month. Okay. I also see this Devil card here for July, possibly talking about your cats or if you have a cat, your cat possibly feeling a negative energy around you, or your cat starting to act weird. And that could be a weird spiritual energy that's around you guys. Like they just start meowing at the wall, or like meowing at the window, like I spoke about the window earlier, seeing like a shadow in the window. They could start meowing at the window or trying to warn you about something going on. Okay, for some of you this is happening because I keep getting chills every time I talk about a weird entity around you. I keep getting major chills every time I talk about that. Like they won't stop until I stop talking about it. Okay, let's get out of that. Also, it's just saw 222 on my timer. Okay, for what is it? August, I have the Six of Swords. Okay, so here now you're finally walking away from this negativity. You're figuring things out. You're walking away from this negative thing that happened. You're getting out of your head. You figured out what you needed to figure out for now. You're setting boundaries and you're getting back to your powerful energy. You're getting back to where you were, but with a new perspective, new boundaries, new things you had to figure out and learn. So walking away with that, with still the baggage. With this card, I noticed the baggage. She still has the baggage. She still has the pain. She hasn't fully healed, but she's continuing on and she's moving on, and she's just not stuck in that energy anymore. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is a new beginning emotionally. So definitely going on with the theme I've been seeing. Emotional problems, spiritual problems in intuitive things, whether it be a relationship or spirituality, emotional healing. This you coming into a new beginning finally. And understanding what you need to understand. Lovely. Putting it into action too. Putting what you now understand into action as well. Okay, here's a little bit of career stuff coming out now finally. This could be that your career isn't growing to the point you'd expected, or you've made certain goals at the beginning of the year that maybe you haven't completely met. Like you met some of them, but not all of them. You guys are feeling good about where you've come. You're trying to see the positives, but there's still things that you wish would have happened by now, but you're able to see all the abundance that's there. And it's like through all this pain that I've been in this year, through all this healing and this bad stuff that's gone on, I definitely could have done a lot worse financially and like career-wise. I definitely could have really gone down a lot more, and you're making sure to remind yourself of that and moving into the last quarter of the year being grateful for what you do have. Okay, September 2020. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So literally what I was saying. So these 2 months are this. They're this abundant energy. You could be starting, or your business could be growing a lot more, or your career could be getting a raise for some of you in career this month. There's still a lot of healing to do. There's still a lot of, the swords are still in her back. She's still trying to struggle. She's still struggling to get back on her feet, so to speak. But I don't think the money and the career is taking a huge hit, more as around this time it's starting to grow more. Sure, you went through this whole huge thing. I feel like this is definitely more spiritual. Your spirituality could be related to your career, definitely for some of you guys. But this King of Pentacles is more of a stable, grounded energy. This could also be a new lover coming into your life, a possible earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Especially if this was a breakup for some of you guys, this could be a new person coming in. This almost feels as well around this time, I feel the need to say this could be someone that you thought was a soulmate and it turns out they're not, and they're actually super manipulative and not a good person to be around. So it's like what you want, they were like putting on a facade. They weren't who they said they were in some way. For some of you, that could be what it is. Excuse me. So, October. Growing your business more through this transformation. Death and 8 of Pentacles coming out. Okay. So it's like every card on the bottom of the deck is coming out now. So it's like these last few months I think are going to be very fluid. Fluid's a word, and connected. It's like natural progression near the end of the year for you guys. 7 of Pentacles, kind of what I said. Things aren't exactly where you'd hope they've been, especially possibly in a relationship. Maybe this is getting back together with someone, or making the decision, come on, making the decision this way or that way, on whether to get back with someone or not, or whether to move on from this old person. Maybe this new person came in, you dated a little bit, now this old person's coming back in, you have to figure out, make the decision about whether to take them back or not. Kind of weigh your pros and cons. I feel like if you write a pros and cons list, it's going to be like your pros and your cons are almost even, but there's like one more of the other. Like it's slightly imbalanced. So you having to make a decision in a love situation. Decisions. Yeah, there's that old person with the 6 of Cups. There you go. Somebody older, not older, I guess they could be in age older, but some old lover coming back in. Again, I feel earth sign. Also Libra, but that's more so talking about a relationship. It doesn't have to be those signs, but I do feel earth here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so November 2020 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. November 2020. 6 of Wands. Whatever decision you make is gonna be successful, and it's gonna be the right decision for you to have made. Through this pain that you've dealt with, through this heartbreak, you've come upon a new beginning with this Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles, stability, happiness. Yeah. Oh, there's the Sun. Leo, there you are. Feeling in your power at the end of the year. It's like a great beginning and a great ending, you guys. So 6 of Wands. I think that's Leo card as well. So this is feeling in your power again. Successful. Motivated again with that red. She's wearing that red dress. Oh, also the roses. The roses. The same as in here. It's like that ending in the ending and the beginning are intertwined throughout the year. So that's really beautiful for you guys. Success, happiness, feeling in your power through this new beginning. New communication, possibly. I also see this as, I do see this as creativity, but also communicate, possibly a new person, new love coming in. But this is also a new beginning for you, and mental clarity is what I hear. Mental clarity at the end of the year. Where all this has been happening, you're going to be feeling so good mentally and so in tune with yourself now. Oh, wow. Okay. I just saw 11:11 on my timer, but the Queen of Wands and the Emperor just came out. So for most of you guys, you could be in a relationship at the end of the year. If this was a breakup in the middle, new clear mind from the pain, learning the lessons you needed to learn, walking away from any instability at the end of the year. I feel like finally, whereas here you were walking away but taking with you baggage, here she's walking away and she's taking with her only the lessons that she needs. She's walking away from any instability or anything that happened throughout the year. She's being grateful for the experience, but she's needing to walk away from the negative baggage of the experience and take with her the positive lessons. I also saw 11:11 on my timer again. So beautiful ending to the reading. What reading did I also see that? I also saw that on, I believe, on the Gemini reading. Some of you guys might have Gemini in your chart. But yeah, with 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, you guys are really feeling balanced. This is more success in career and financially at the end of the year. More growth. More growth. Even if you feel like a little lost and a piece of you has left, especially if this was a breakup, you're going to be feeling so in tune and successful. And I feel like you're going to celebrate something near the end of the year. Like near the end of the half, well, the end half of the year, I feel like there's going to be some sort of celebration or some sort of milestone you guys are going to hit. For some of you, feeling independent at the end of the year. Very I don't need no man energy, you know, or woman. 9 of Cups. A new emotional offer. So yeah, this is probably a new person for some of you coming in at the end of the year, or it's a new emotional, intuitive offer for you guys. Yeah, this is a new person for sure. With this Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign. You could be going from an earth sign if you're with someone now that's an earth sign into someone with an air sign. That Sagittarius energy as well could be you. I recommend if you have Sagittarius in your chart, you definitely watch that reading, because I feel like that might have some healing messages in there for you guys. I also, with the animals, that the Sagittarius reading was very, I felt a lot of healing from animals with the Sagittarius reading, so definitely check that out if you have like your Sagittarius moon or something. But yeah, I hope you guys like this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was able to give you some clarity. I know for the most part it was a little bit heavy, and I'm sorry, but I hope it was able to, I mean, if you need to come back to it throughout the year, definitely to get some guidance about what could be going on, to see things a little bit clearer, definitely do that. But I hope it resonated for you guys, and I hope you guys have a beautiful 2020. I know this was such a long one. I had so much to say. But yeah, very beautiful energy. You guys are going to be in your power and healing a lot, spreading a beautiful message. Just remain aware of anything that you could be very passionate about. Setting boundaries with yourself as well as other people around you. Not oversharing and not undersharing, finding that balance. So yeah, I hope you guys like this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give it a like if you did, and subscribe down below if you like this reading. I'll be posting in the new year a lot of pick a card readings as well as readings kind of like this. So be sure to stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.